Hi, my name is Dr. Emily Jamia. I'm a certified sex therapist and licensed marriage and family therapist, and this is my review on Netflix's new series, Sex Life. Netflix's new series, Sex Life, kept me totally entertained while my husband was away traveling last weekend. It is steamy and addresses a very common dilemma that many couples face. Can you have both stability and passion? The show follows the life of Billy, who despite being happily married is sexually unfulfilled. The show bounces between her current suburban life with her perfect on paper husband and 2 small children and her former uninhibited life in lower Manhattan with bad boy ex Brad. Feeling the confines of nursing a newborn and putting her career on hold, she begins longing for the hot sex she had with Brad and the freedom she used to feel. The show basically addresses the question, can you have it all? Can you have both stability and security and erotic passion? Let me start by telling you what I liked about the show. First, I like that the show depicts the woman as the one who feels sexually unfulfilled. This breaks the stereotype that it's always the man who has higher desire. I can tell you from my years as a sex therapist that Billy's experience is more typical than you might think. Second, as I said, the show was entertaining and gratuitous sex scenes were abundant. I appreciated that the sex scenes focused more heavily on female sexual pleasure than what's typically depicted in popular media. You see foreplay, you see her receiving oral sex, you see female masturbation, you also get a glimpse of full frontal male nudity, again, something we don't typically see in mainstream movies. I also like that they depict Billy's husband Cooper struggling with performance anxiety. Again, this isn't something that's depicted in popular movies and TV. You feel his frustration mount as he succumbs to the anxiety felt by insecurity in his relationship with Billy. It's a reminder to men that the penis does not have an on and off switch. Male sexuality is affected by relationship factors. I like that the show gave us a glimpse of the pros and cons of non-monogamy. When done right, non-monogamy can be a great way to add excitement to a relationship for some people, but when done poorly, it can be disastrous. This is a little thing, but I like that they showed so much breastfeeding and pumping. Look, Billy's body is definitely unrealistic for a mom of a newborn, but aside from that, we don't get to see too much of this on popular TV, so it was nice that that was normalized. Okay, let me tell you what I didn't like. The popular narrative that security and passion are opposing forces is not supported in the research. I can cite countless of studies, including my own research, that find that sexual satisfaction and relationship satisfaction go hand in hand. Sure, the sex that she had with Brad was hot, but in the end it left her feeling empty. Sex and the relationship in which it happens should leave you feeling whole and fulfilled. This was not the case with her ex. What's the takeaway message? Hot sex in a bad relationship is not sustainable. The other thing I didn't like was that Billy admittedly failed to communicate to her husband Cooper that she was feeling sexually dissatisfied. We see Cooper as an eager to please, ambitious character, so we really have no reason to believe that he wouldn't have been open to working as a couple on sexual fulfillment. What does this teach us? That as uncomfortable as conversations about sexual satisfaction may be, they are so important for the health of the relationship. In the end, the feelings of awkwardness that come from these talks pales in comparison to the pain caused by lies and sneaking around. So, without giving anything away, let me tell you what lessons we can learn from this series. 1, at the end of the day, it's much easier to teach someone to be a good lover than it is to teach someone to be a good person. If you're feeling unfulfilled, try working together with your partner before jumping ship. Number 2, if you and your partner decide you want to try new things sexually, make sure you wait until a relationship is on solid footing before doing so. If you haven't watched the show yet, you'll see how irresponsible it is to try new things if your relationship is weak. Would I recommend watching it? Yes, it is a fun show, and I think it can prompt a great conversation between you and your partner if this is something you might be struggling with. Comment below and let me know what you think.
Share with a friend who might find it interesting. You can also listen to this in podcast form anywhere podcasts are streamed by searching for Sex and Love with Dr. Emily Jamia. Finally, follow me across all the social media channels at Dr. Emily Jamia for daily emotional and physical intimacy tips.